Hey guys, John here with RealTruck.com. Today I want to show you how to install the IPCW headlights onto this 2012 GMC Sierra Denali. Alright guys, we have our lights out of the box. We can take a look at some of the really neat features about these lights. You can see here these come in this black housing. You can also get these in a clear housing. Also, they're a new forward projecting design that helps project the light out of the headlight assembly better than the old original ones, which kind of kept it inside there, didn't make a lot of light. These are designed to really get that light out where you need it. Also, you can see here that's pretty much a plug and play design. This plugs into your factory harness. The only thing you really need to do any wiring on is to wire up your halos and your LEDs, which is not real difficult, guys. I'm going to show you how to do that. You can also see here that it uses your original side marker light and also your original turn signal lights. So that's just a matter of just plugging in the sockets. So the only thing left to do, guys, is get these on the truck. First thing that we're going to do is we're going to take this upper cover off of here, and that's going to allow us to get to the bolts for the headlights. Okay guys, now that we've got this upper cover off so we can get to our two top bolts, the next thing we need to do is to take this upper bumper valance loose, because there's one bolt that's right back here that we need to get to. You're not necessarily going to have to take this thing completely off the truck, but we need to get the side loose so we can get into that bolt. So we're going to do that now. And now that this is out of the way, we can get in here to this screw in here that we need to get out. So once that one's out, then all we have to do now is go up here to the top, take the two out of the top, and we're ready to pull this headlight out of the truck. So let's get that. And once these are out, then our headlight is ready to come out, guys. So we're just going to get our headlight here and get it up and out of here. Okay, so we've got our headlight laid out here. Now what we want to do is start unwiring this and get ready to put our new headlight in. Okay guys, we've got our light all prepped and ready to go. So now we're going to take our harness that came out of our original light and install it into this new light, and then we're going to start soldering our wires into our old harness. So that way you can either use a Scotch lock type of connector, or you can use a soldering gun and solder them. Now, once we've got everything in place here and ready to go, what we're going to do is plug in our lights. They should plug in. Their lights will only fit in one connector or the other. You can't mix them up. So, you know, if you try to plug it in and it doesn't fit, it's not the right one. But go ahead and plug all that in. This end is the end that's going to go back into your vehicle's harness. And then we're going to take our ground, which is our black wire running here, and we're going to take our black wires from our light and we're going to put those together. And what we're going to do with that is we're just going to twist these together here. And then once we have those twisted together, then we're going to run those wires, this end of the wire, up into the middle of this one that we just spread apart and opened up. This is our ground wire for our headlight, and we're just going to wrap this around like so, and then we're going to put some solder on here to hold this together. And once we get it soldered and the solder dries, then we'll wrap this all with electrical tape to seal out any water or anything that might get in there. So we'll get that part done. We have this soldered. So what we're going to do is we're going to let that cool a little bit. And don't worry if you dribble a little bit on your housing here, because this solder, it's designed where it won't really stick to plastic. As you guys can see there, it just peels right off. So you can just peel it off, throw it away, whatever. Not a big deal. So the next thing we're going to do then is wire in the red wires. And on this particular vehicle, the 2012 GMC Sierra Denali, you have these two green wires that run to your bulb here for your turn signal. And also one of them, well actually they both run back over here, but what we're going to do is we're going to wire these in, because this one, and you'll have to test these yourself because it's going to vary depending on what vehicle you have. Which one of these is actually the parking light and which one is the turn signal. And we want the one for the parking light, which on our instance happens to be this one. And so we're going to wire the red wires and the white wire into this green one next. Now that we've got our wires soldered together, we're going to go ahead and tape these with some electrical tape just to help keep the moisture and stuff off of them. And it'll actually help hold them together a little bit better, so you don't have to worry about the solder pulling apart or anything like that as well. And once we do that, we're ready to put this light into the truck. Now, something to keep in mind, guys, let this solder cool before you wrap it with your electrical tape. So, because you don't want to leave this hot in here. So we're going to let that cool for just a minute or two here, and then we'll wrap this up and get this in the truck. All right, now that we've got our wires soldered together, we've got the tape on them, so that'll help hold them, plus keep moisture out. The next thing we're going to do is just plug this back into our factory harness. And then we're going to reinstall it into the truck. Okay, we have it in place where it's going to go. So now we're going to put our top bolts back in, and then we'll put that bolt back in down here and put our valance back on and our bolts back in our valance. All right, guys, we've got our new headlights from IPCW installed into our truck. The next thing we have to do now is go ahead and put that cover back on. And then once we get that on, then we'll let you guys see what these things look like in this truck. So there you have it. That's how quick, simple, and easy it is to install these IPCW headlights into your truck. So remember, until next time, happy motoring.